Washington Times front page for Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has moved to temporarily shore up the country's leadership after the sudden death of President Ebrahim Raisi. Mike Glenn reports the Islamic Republic's 85-year-old religious leader and ultimate decision-maker appointed First Vice President Mohammad Mokhber as interim president until elections are held June 28th. It's not clear whether the change in leadership could affect the country's broader foreign policy or whether Iran's next president could take a different tack with respect to the country's proxy outfits and their aggressive posture toward the U.S. and Israel. Raisi died along with Iran's foreign minister and others Sunday when their helicopter crashed near the country's border with Azerbaijan. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court is seeking arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders in connection with their actions during the 7-month war between Israel and Hamas. Karim Khan said he believes Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his defense minister Yoav Gallant, and 3 Hamas leaders are responsible for war crimes and crimes against humanity in the Gaza Strip and Israel. The prosecutor must request the warrants from a pretrial panel of 3 judges who take on average 2 months to consider the evidence and determine if the proceedings can move forward. Israel is not a member of the court, and even if the arrest warrants are issued, Netanyahu and Gallant do not face any immediate risk of prosecution. Former President Trump's attorney and fixer Michael Cohen admitted during Trump's hush money trial that he stole $30,000 from Trump's company. Tom Howe reports Cohen said he pocketed $30,000 of a $50,000 payment to Redfinch, a technology company, saying he stole the money because he was upset that his annual bonus was cut after he fronted $130,000 for an alleged hush money payment to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Cohen said there is no doubt Trump was an active participant in the payment scheme. He said they spoke about Daniels more than 20 times in October 2016 alone. House Republicans may drop plans to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt of Congress and instead go to court seeking special counsel Robert Hur's recordings of his interviews with President Biden. Susan Ferricchio reports Republican leaders left a contempt vote off the schedule this week, even though 2 committees last week had advanced a resolution against Garland. The recordings memorialize Hur's 2-day interview with Biden about his mishandling of classified documents dating to his time in the Senate. Republicans said they need the recordings to determine whether the Justice Department gave Biden special treatment. Biden was not charged in the case, despite storing boxes of classified documents in his garage and Washington office. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas's pick to be disinformation chief said the department couldn't settle on a good definition of disinformation. In a newly released deposition to Congress, Stephen Dinan reports Nina Jankowicz said that the department botched the rollout of her job and then abandoned her when the going got tough. She was the director of the Disinformation Governance Board for roughly 3 months before stepping down in 2022 amid criticism. Jankowicz described dysfunction and confusion throughout her tenure. She said Mayorkas's communications advisors vetoed her plans to brief Congress on her role, allowing her job to become a target of misinformation. And finally, in his inaugural address as Taiwan's new president, William Lai urged China to respect the island's democratic choices and reminded the world of his country's significance. Lai said he seeks a return of Chinese tourists and students to Taiwan while asking for China's respect for the choices of Taiwan's people. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George